Hi everyone, it's Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com, and it's Saturday, August 27, 2011, here with your free NFL football pick. Not a great day yesterday, going to be a lot better day today. The chance of me putting two together like that, well, let's just say it never happened. So I do what I always do when I have a day like that: jump on a plane, go to Vegas, and ride the wave. Just like I'm sure all of you guys will be riding the wave as well. Those of you who are on the East Coast, be safe. All this stuff will be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. So take care of your priorities first. And, this stuff, like I said, it'll still be here tomorrow, be here Monday. And they don't start playing for real until Thursday, college football. And then, the NFL the following. So you got plenty of time and plenty of games. No reason to sweat it out with this stuff. But anyways, for those of you that aren't on the East Coast and, doing what you always do, we got free picks and write-ups of every single game of every single sport at SportsChatPlace.com. Of course, with today's baseball schedule, a lot of cancellations, a lot of things moving around. We're doing our best to keep up with it. A lot of the guys that cover the games are on the East Coast as well. I'm not sure what their power situation is going to be. So for tomorrow's games, you might want to keep checking back. We always get all the games covered, but it might not be up as quickly as we normally do. We got full coverage of tonight's UFC fight from Brazil. Don's got that all covered, so be sure to check that out at SportsChatPlace.com as well. At SportsChatPlace.com Premium, like I said, I'm heading out on a plane, but I got 5 picks up for today, starting with one of the early baseball games, going all the way into the late NFL football game. So full day of coverage there at SportsChatPlace.com Premium. I'm sure a bunch of the other cappers will be adding picks in throughout the day as well. So be sure to check that out. Premium, like I've been talking about, the new products probably early next week. Just a couple little bugs. I want to make sure that everything's running at least as smoothly as we can possibly get it. Some things always pop up when things are new, but we normally get those cleared up right away. And it's all part of growing, all part of becoming a bigger site. And it's something that you guys have grown accustomed to over the years, because we started as Mitch's little web page, and now it's we got 23 guys or something. So by all means, you guys know it's going to be bigger and better. And like I said, it's you're only able to take advantage of the old pricing then, for that much longer. For those of you who are still either on the fence or haven't come back yet for football, but I know by Thursday everyone will be back and things will be back to normal here. It'll be my favorite time of year, just like it always is. But anyways, let's get to tonight's free NFL pick already. And in this one, New England Patriots and Detroit Lions, two teams with a ton of expectations out there this season. The Lions have looked really good in the preseason, but no one's looked better than the New England Patriots. The Lions have, they've done things the right way. They finally got the right coach in there, and they finally, they decided to go a lot of defense, big interior defensive linemen. That's where it all builds out from. You guys hear me say it, for years already, and you hear me say it on Picks and Parlays radio show. I always talk about the interior of the defensive line, and then the entire team is built around that. And that's exactly what the Detroit Lions have done. Of course, on the offensive side of the ball, they got a guy who can throw the ball, and he can't stay healthy. And Matt Stafford, Calvin Johnson, simply one of the best wide receivers in the game. Still some question marks in the running game, that's for sure, for Detroit. For New England, well, they have Tom Brady, and that's all you really need to know. They got a bunch of guys that can play football, and they just seem to reload every single year as they add a couple of key veterans, and then a couple of key veterans will move on, but they seem to always be able to fit those pieces into the puzzle. And then defensively, it's Bill Belichick's scheme, and there's no one who's been better over the years than Bill Belichick at the defensive scheme. I just think the New England Patriots are just way ahead of the Lions here. I don't think that they're have that much superior talent than the Lions. I think that they're just a little further ahead. Well, they're a lot further ahead. They're the New England Patriots, and they have Tom Brady. And it's tough to go against them in this spot. The Patriots are laying a pretty good number for being a road team, 4.5, against a decent Lions team. But like I said, you give me Tom Brady, I'm laying the points. This is Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to check out all of our free sports picks, write-ups, and action at SportsChatPlace.com. And for my best bets, our staff's best bets, and picks from some of the top handicappers in the world today, it's SportsChatPlace.com Premium Edition. I'll see you guys tomorrow from Vegas.